Are we live? All right. Hey, everybody. All right. Hello, Cash Flow Queens. I am Whitney Nicely, and I am here to answer your questions today. Okay, so I had 3 different ladies send me 3 different questions, and I think they each sent 3 questions. That's totally cool. We're going to try to get through all of them before my husband gets home, okay? Because once he gets home, I got to make dinner and do all those regular wifey things, right? So let's get started. All right. Chrissy asked the first question. She said, okay, if I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to get started in real estate investing, what should I invest in first? And I'm going to tell you, Chrissy, land is my first option. Land is usually bought cheaper than anything else. And if you want to be a landlord, then you can practice landlording before you have to worry about overhead expenses like a roof and an air conditioning unit and, plumbing and sewer and all those other things, okay? If you just buy land, then you really only have to worry about grass and trees. If they die, fine. If they fall over, fine. Who cares, okay? So I say start with land. Start with land for sure. Now, if you are thinking that you want to get started in real estate because you don't have a lot of money, then, you can buy houses with no money. That's not a problem. That's what I teach the ladies how to do in my program. So I would do that. So if you want to invest, if you want to be an investor, I think you should be educated. And you can get lots and lots of free information off YouTube and free webinars and free videos and all that other stuff. But you know what you get when you get free videos, right? You get what you're paid for. You get more questions, you get confused, and you don't get anybody that you can talk to on a regular basis. That's my piece on that. Okay, so should you get a real estate license? No, you do not need a real estate license to be a real estate investor. Anybody over the age of 18 in America can buy land. You can buy it with cash, you can buy it with a loan, you can buy it with owner financing, you can trade real estate. Say you have a nice piece and they have a bad piece and you want to trade for whatever reason. Maybe they have more land and you're going to tear down the house anyway. Whatever, okay? There's lots of different ways to buy real estate, but you don't need a real estate license to buy real estate. The only reason you actually need a real estate license is if you want to represent other people when they buy and sell real estate. Okay? So if you want to be an investor, go be an investor. If you want to be an investor and you're still not kind of sure, maybe you want to find an investor-friendly agent, an agent who only works with investors, and let them kind of teach you the ropes. But one way or another, you're going to have to figure out some formulas, some strategies, some scripts, some game plans. You're going to need to bounce some ideas off of somebody. So education, I think, is where it all starts. All right, so Chrissy, your last question is, what should I do next? And this is going to be totally personal based on you. I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what your end game is. I talked to a lady today and her end game was to buy a shopping center so that she could have a daycare in one unit and an insurance company in another unit and then a couple other things. She wanted to have a shopping center. Great, perfect, awesome, love it. We can work on that. Some people want to have 25 or 50 single family homes. Great, perfect, awesome. We can totally work on that. So I started with real estate and then I got into the owner financing, lease options, and now I have apartments. And so my goal is going to be different than your goal. So I can't just say what to do next until I know what your end goal is. And then I can tell you, okay, you probably want to take this step next. All right. All right. Tamika had a question. She said, where do I find deals? Awesome question. Get this one all the time. So I can list off like 15 different ways to find deals. And the deals that I'm going to tell you how to find are completely off market, okay? They're not on the MLS. There's not an agent sign in the front yard, and they're not going up for auction, okay? They're off market. They've not been listed with an agent yet. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. And I will go ahead and drop the beans or spill the beans and tell you that we're going to do a challenge at the end of this month, and it's going to be 5 days worth of a challenge to getting your first deal. And all 5 of those are going to be ways that you're going to be able to get that first deal. All right? And just so I can tell you, I've already got it planned. Okay, we're going to cover driving for dollars, asking for FSBOs, talk to 25 different people, We're going to talk about Craigslist ads and Craigslist etiquette, and then we're going to do posters on the community board. So I'm going to go over all those different ways to find off-market properties, and y'all, those are completely free. Free ways to find off-market properties. There's also some paid ways, and you get what you pay for. You get a lot more results if you pay. Even if you pay a little bit, even if you pay $1, $3 per lead, you're gonna get a better response from those than when you just, have a shotgun response and say, hey, I wanna buy something. Anybody got anything for sale anywhere in the world? You're gonna get a bunch of crap, okay? But if you can say, I want this, and this zip code at this price range, and I want to close in this amount of time. Now you got a completely different audience, right? Okay? So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. And it's going to be a 5-day challenge. It'll be here in the group, and I'll start advertising it. It'll start at the end of the month, probably the 25th, so we can do a wrap-up day. So yeah, we'll start on the 25th. Ashley, we're starting on the 25th if you want to go ahead and start working on that. We just made an executive decision. All right, Tamika, I also think, I get the impression, and it might have been from your Instagram handle. You can follow me on Instagram, Whitney Buys Houses. Whitney Buys Houses. That you're an agent. So if you're an agent and you're asking, how often do I market? Whitney Buys Houses is my brokerage firm. You don't need a real estate license to be a real estate investor, but I'm a crazy person. I like to have licenses and pay the state an extra $2,500 a year so I can have a license on the wall. You don't have to do that. But how often do I market? I wore this to the grocery store today. I wore this to Chick-fil-A today. I wore this to I didn't wear this one, but I did wear a pink Whitney Buys Houses shirt to the gym today. So I advertised today, okay? I've got Craigslist ads out. I've got bandit signs out. If you're not marketing, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, then your company is dying. Your leads are dying. Your well is drying up if you are not constantly marketing. So what you got to do is figure out how you can market without marketing, because people don't like to be sold to. People don't like to say, hey, call me, I'm an agent, I'm fantastic, blah, 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 all the time, okay? They want to know why they should call you. And that's what I teach you how to do in my Facebook webinar, is I'm going to teach you the reverse psychology sometimes, but how you can get inside the back of somebody's head, or the back of 100 different people's heads, and how you can start getting some free leads from Facebook. You're on Facebook already. I know you are. Why waste all that time when you can turn it into money-making opportunities? And I've got 12 different posts. I'm going to teach you that the first week that you're in my course. 12 different posts that you should be putting up on Facebook to get warm leads in. Not cold leads. We're not door knocking. We're not doing weird stuff. We're not doing uncomfortable stuff. I mean, kind of uncomfortable, but we're not doing anything strenuous, all right? I like to be pretty. I like to wear a dress every day. I like to do real estate, okay? So I'm not going to teach you anything difficult, and I'm only going to teach you the stuff that works, okay? So how often do you market? Every single day. Every single day. But there's a good way and a bad way to market. So make sure you're doing things the good way, okay? You know what I mean? All right, last up, Stephanie. Stephanie says that she has a house listed with a realtor, and I know the backstory on this. They bought a house with private money. I hope it's okay if I say this. They bought a house with private money. They were going to do a fix and flip on it, and they had it listed with a realtor because she didn't want to listen to me, and she didn't want to, do things the easy way. She wanted to get a real estate agent involved. So anyway, she's got a realtor. They've done a crap job for her, and she's pissed off at her realtor because they haven't done anything, and she's on the hook to be making these payments. Nobody likes making 2 payments on a house that nobody's living in, all right? So I told her to put the house up on postlets. I told her to break up with her agent. They're obviously crap and don't know what they're doing, or they would have already sold the house. And I actually yelled at Stephanie Sunday night. So don't hire me. Don't work with me unless you want real, honest, good, solid feedback on what to do. But anyway, I told Stephanie to put it up on Postlets, put it up on Zillow, put it up on 2 or 3 other different websites so that she could start getting some offers in on this property because she's looking at a payment in October. Guess when October is? It's in 2 weeks. We got to make something happen really fast here, okay? So she immediately got an email back. Uh-oh. Husband might be home. We might have to wrap this up. Husband! Hey, baby! Hey, baby! Hold on, baby. I'll be right there, okay? I'll be right there in a second, okay? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Your husband's home. Say hi. Come here, babe. This is my redhead. We can't see you. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Sorry for that interruption, but I really have to wrap this up now. Okay. So she got an email back that said immediately, like, I'm so interested in this. When can we do this? Let's make this happen. Blah, 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 blah. And she was like, something smells fishy. I think this is going to be a spam. How do I tell the difference? What? Oh, yeah, it's fishy. It's bad spam. Bad. Okay? When you get that feeling in your gut, really talk to these people on the phone. Really try to feel them out. Really try to decide what's going to be good and what's going to be bad and what kind of risk. Maybe you don't want to go show this house if you're kind of thinking they're going to be sketch. Maybe you can hide the key under the doormat. Maybe you can take your husband. Maybe you can take your friend. Definitely take your dog, okay? Abby the Labby goes on all the house appointments with me. She's bought more houses than people have. So if you have that feeling, you have that woman's instinct that something's wrong, something's wrong, all right? Get to the bottom of it. Do not put yourself in a bad situation. Do not put yourself in a bad situation. And a lot of times if you email back and forth with somebody, they'll say something or they'll do something that's just super duper weird, and then you will know that it's a scam or a spam, and you just throw it in the trash can and keep going on. All right? So if it smells fishy, if it's too good to be true, really do your due diligence and make sure that these are legitimate people and not scam artists, okay? And I got scammed on Craigslist one time, and I told everybody that I'd been scammed. That way when they saw it, they knew that I'd been scammed, that that wasn't my ad, and they could delete it or flag the post for me, all right? We don't deal with any scammers. There's no scrubs. This is a no scrub zone, all right? So get out there, do your thing, make some money, and if you have any other questions, leave it on this thread. I got to go make the husband some dinner now, but be marketing every day. Stay safe out there. And what should you invest in first? Education. It's the only thing people can't take away from you. Once you got the education, you can run the world. You can do anything you want. So, bye y'all. This was fun. Ask Whit Wednesday. Ah! Go make some money, honey.